Hello, students, and welcome to today's session. Today, we'll be discussing Chemistry Mock Test 1, a new series for mock papers. Because now, when everything has been done, only mock papers are left for final revision. According to the board pattern, that we can get the entire time management thing clarified, as well as we'll be solving a lot of MCQs section wise. Okay, in section A, whatever number of MCQs are there, we'll solve them. Then section B, then section C. In this way, the complete syllabus is going to be covered for chemistry. These are the science mock papers that we're doing. Okay, for chemistry. So you know that your paper is of 90 minutes. Clear? And today we are only focusing on chemistry. Out of physics, chemistry, biology. So the target should be 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes, the session should be finished. So let us move on. Number one is section A. Section A contains 10 questions from chemistry. Very important and general questions are there in this section. Okay, so that you can do now, let us start discussing them. First question on your screen. The observation or observations help us to determine whether a chemical reaction has taken place or not. So if a chemical reaction is taking place, then what are the observations that we have? Change in color, evolution of a gas, change in temperature, all of these. So what you have to do, you have to take this as your mock test, as your main goals. How will you do that? I'll give you some time, think about it, pause the video, answer, and then I'll solve for you. And this way we're gonna do it. So think about it, then answer. Okay. I hope you must have thought, and now I'll tell you the answer. So I know that change in color tells us, correct? If color is changing, then it tells us that a reaction has taken place. The chemical composition of that substance has changed. Evolution of gas, yes, it talks about exothermic reactions. Yes. Then change in temperature, exactly. So the answer should be all of these because all the three are there. Change in color, evolution of a gas, change in temperature. So all of these. Okay, all of these is the answer. Correct, everyone? Hope so that is clear. Next question, the black coating on silver and the green coating on copper are examples of what? Oxidation, rancidity, corrosion, or both MC. What do you think? So black coating on silver you have. So these are examples of what? And green coating of on copper. What do you think? Done? Your time's up. Corrosion. Corrosion happens because of, you can say, moisture basically. When it reacts with oxygen and water present in the atmosphere, then corrosion takes place. Okay, so black coating on silver and green coating on copper are examples of corrosion. Oxidation and corrosion were confusing, but the answer is corrosion. MnO2 plus 4HCl gives us MnCl2 plus 2H2O plus Cl2. Identify the substance oxidized in the above equation. So I have already told you, whenever a substance gets oxidized, oxidation will be either addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. So from here you're able to see from HCl it is changing to Cl2. It means hydrogen is getting removed. So this is oxidation. And from MnO2 it is changing to MnCl2. Removal of oxygen, that is reduction. So they are asking the substance oxidized, that is HCl. Perfecto. I hope you got the clarity. Fourth, the reaction used in black and white photography is. So which is that reaction that we use? What do you think? Combination, double displacement, decomposition, displacement. So for those of you who are unaware, what happens? That we take AgCl and in sunlight, this AgCl, that is silver chloride, it breaks into Ag plus Cl2. And this is used in black and white photography. As you're able to see, it is photolytic decomposition. So the answer is decomposition. Fifth, Fe2O3 plus 2Al gives you Al2O3 plus 2Fe. The above reaction is an example of what? Combination, double displacement, decomposition, displacement. So you're able to see aluminium being more reactive than iron displaces it from its aqueous solution and forms aluminium oxide. And iron is like alone. So this case, when a higher reactive metal displaces a lower reactive metal, this is displacement reaction. Okay. What happens when dilute hydrochloric acid is added to iron fillings? So, just a second. When dilute hydrochloric acid is added to iron filling, then it forms FeCl2 plus H2, iron chloride and hydrogen gases form. Hydrogen gas and iron chloride are produced. What is the pH value of saliva after meal? So after meal, definitely it is acidic. Yes or no? So the answer should be 5 to 6. Like almost little bit acidic, generally it's 7 because of bacteria which slowly act upon the food. Correct? 8th, which of the following statement is correct for the water with detergent dissolved in it? Detergent is a base, remember. Low concentration of hydroxide ion and high concentration of hydronium, wrong. This is the case of acid. High concentration of hydroxide ion and low concentration of hydronium ion, this is correct. High concentration as well as wrong, equal is wrong. So the answer is B. That if it is a base, then it will have high concentration of hydroxide ion and low concentration of hydronium ion in case of base. And in case of acid, it's the opposite. Done? Okay, in which of the following chemical equations, how much time has been done? Let's just check. Just 7 minutes, and we are on the 9th question. The speed is fantastic, guys. In which of the following chemical equations the abbreviation represents the correct states of the reactants and products involved at reaction temperature? So you need to find over here if which one of the following is correct. Okay, and your time's up. Yes, aluminium chloride is aqueous, then NH4OH is aqueous again, and aluminium hydroxide solid, and this is aqueous. In others, you have different states, so you need to ignore them. Here they're saying aqueous and solid, which is wrong. Everything is aqueous, so you just have aqueous. 10th, on heating a blue colored powder of copper nitrate, that is CuNO3, when we are heating it, a black substance X, so something X, oxygen gas, and a brown gas Y was formed. Identify the products correctly. Which is the black substance X according to you? See, this is nitrogen dioxide, NO2. So oxide get cancelled or not? And this will be copper or copper oxide? Copper oxide. So the answer is C. Copper oxide and nitrogen dioxide, not copper, remember, copper oxide. Correct? So we have successfully completed the section A of general MCQs, and now we have section B, 10 questions again from chemistry. Very important and rank decider. If you do this well, nobody can stop you from scoring 40 and 40 in sciences. First question says, read the statements given below and select the correct option. So we need to read the statements and then we'll select the correct option, right? So here are some of the statements. Rahul took some freshly prepared lime water in 2 test tubes marked A and B. So this is test tube A, this is test tube B. So he's taking what? Lime water. What is lime water, guys? Lime water is CaOH whole twice. This is lime water. I hope you know. Or you can say slaked lime. He blew air through the lime water in test tube A. He then uses a syringe and passed air through the fresh lime water in test tube B. Okay. Then, now they are asking select the correct options. 4 are there. Oh, sorry. Now you need to select. The amount of carbon dioxide in atmospheric air and exhaled air are equal. Exhaled air contains more carbon dioxide as compared to atmospheric air. Correct. Atmospheric air contains more carbon dioxide. Wrong. Lime water turned milky immediately in both the test tubes. Yes, correct. So the answer is 2 and 4 because are equal. They are not at all equal. Exhaled air that we are exhaling, that would definitely have a lot of CO2 gas because you know in alveoli what happens. I hope you all are aware about it. The answer is 2 and 4. Okay, a student noted the following observations with 4 compounds A, B, C, and D. So there are 4 compounds over here. A. Which of the following compounds are ionic compounds? So for ionic compounds, the melting point should be high as well as boiling point should be high because of the forces of attraction. So the compounds in which any of them is low would not be an ionic compound. So 1074, 1686, yes, A is there. So B, C, C, D eliminated because A is not there. B 250, 350, wrong. C 290, 391, wrong. So the answer is A and D. Clear? Okay, 13. Aqua regia is a yellow-orange fuming liquid, so named by alchemists because it can dissolve the noble metals gold and platinum, though not all metals. The composition of aqua regia, you need to be having the clarity of aqua regia. It's super important. So dilute HCl3, concentrated HNO1, concentrated dilute, concentrated dilute. The dilute is not at all. So the answer is concentrated HCl. Both needs to be concentrated, remember. They cannot be diluted. So the answer is C. 14th. What happens when zinc metal is added to test tube containing Al2SO4 whole thrice, that is aluminium sulfate? What happens when zinc metal is added to this Al2SO4 whole thrice? Tell me. Zinc displaces aluminium from its salt solution. No reaction takes place. The solution becomes blue color. The solution becomes blue colorless and aluminium metal is deposited. And your time's up. The answer is no reaction takes place because aluminium is more reactive than zinc. That's why no reaction will take place. Okay. 15. The correct arrangement of metals Mg, Zn, and Fel in decreasing order of their reactivity with dilute acids is decreasing means who's gonna tell me the answer? Highest to lowest. What is it? Your time's up. The answer is Mg, which is the most reactive. Al, Zn. Clear? The reaction 2HNO3 plus CaOH whole twice, that gives us CaNO3 whole twice. This is an example of what? This is easy. What you're able to see over here? Okay, your time's up. The answer is double displacement reaction and neutralization because this is an acid, this is a base. Nitric acid and calcium hydroxide, that gives you calcium nitrate and water. So this is neutralization also because this is the reaction of an acid and base. Along with that, it is DD reaction, which means it's a double displacement reaction. Done. Now following questions are assertion reason based. There are 2 assertion reasoning questions from chemistry according to the sample paper. There were 2 from chemistry, 1 from bio, 1 from physics. So 2 statements are given. You need to read them and these are the 4 options that you know by now. 17th assertion. After whitewashing the walls, a shiny finish on walls is obtained after 2 to 3 days. Just tell me if it's true or not. True or false? And reason says calcium oxide reacts with carbon dioxide to form calcium hydrogen carbonate, which gives shiny finish. True or false? Tell me. Okay, let's see. This is the very correct statement assertion that after whitewashing the walls, a shiny white finish on the walls is obtained, definitely. But look at the reason. The reason is saying calcium oxide reacts with carbon dioxide to form calcium hydrogen carbonate. Do you think? Wrong. CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate, gives a shiny finish. So the answer is C. Assertion is true, but reason is false. 18th. When pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, okay, it is called as acid rain. Reason: when electricity is passed through brine, it decomposes to form sodium carbonate. Just think about it if it's true or false, and you'll get your answer easily. Done? Okay. This is absolutely correct because when the pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, it is acid rain, that you all know. What is brine? Who's going to tell me? Brine is the aqueous solution of NaCl. This thing, when electricity is passed through it, it decomposes to form sodium carbonate. Do you think? Here we are not at all talking about carbonate. So this is wrong. The answer is assertion is true, reason is false. Now next question, what is the nature of calcium phosphate? See, whenever they are asking the nature, guys, remember you need to find the parent acid and base. Calcium phosphate formula is Ca3PO4 whole twice. So write down HOH. Done. Cross multiply now. Now what you will get? Tell me. Okay. Now Ca plus OH, so CaOH whole twice. Can I say that? Correct. Plus H3PO4. You need to take care about valency and the charge that they have. So slaked lime or calcium hydroxide is a strong base. Yes, H3PO4, that is phosphoric acid, is a weak acid. So you know, when we have a strong base and a weak acid, then this results in basic salt. So the nature is basic. Easy. 20th CaOH whole twice plus X gives us CaOCl2 plus H2. Find X. Pretty easy. So this is basically the reaction for bleaching powder, if you all know, and the answer is pretty easy. It is chlorine. When chlorine is passed to dry CaOH whole twice, then we get this one. Okay, so section B has been completed. Now section C. How much time did we take for doing 20 questions? 18 minutes. Look at the speed, guys. You wouldn't find this kind of speed anywhere. Within 18 minutes, 20 questions. Amazing. Let's move on then. Section C, we have 4 questions. We'll do within 2 minutes. Okay, we need to finish now. Quickly, guys. Let's run now. The reaction between MnO2 with HCl is depicted in the following diagram. You should know MnO2. It is a very common case-based question. HCl gives you MnCl2, which is a salt, plus H2O plus Cl2. You can balance that. That's not a difficulty. Let's have the first question. The chemical reaction between this and this is a redox reaction. Easy because reduction oxidation is happening. I have already told you. Now next, chlorine gas reacts with dash to form bleaching powder. The answer is dry CaOH whole twice. Just now I told you, not dilute or concentrated. Identify the correct statement from the following. So over here I told you in the previous question that MnO2 is getting reduced to MnCl2, HCl is getting oxidized to Cl2. So MnO2 is getting reduced, whereas HCl is getting oxidized. Okay, done. In the above discussed reaction, what is the nature of MnO2? So you know metal oxides are basic in nature. So it is basic. Done. So we have completed, I think, within 19 minutes. 19 minutes, 24 questions. Look at this speed. With this speed, you also have to attempt your paper within 20 minutes. If you will finish chemistry, you will get a lot of time for revising. So all the best to everybody, and we need to score the best, right everyone? Bye bye, take care.